And I just want to make sure that this is very clear. This is not paying allegiance or bay'ah or sulh with the enemy. As you mentioned before, these people have killed our commanders, they've killed our leaders, they've killed our children, they've killed our civilians. We're not being lovey-dovey with them. We're not friends here. We're not going to go and sleep in the same bed with Trump, God forbid. That's a bad thought to have. Ya Allah. But the point is this.
It has its own,
this is a
Kaddish going.
I'm just thinking. The Epstein class, that's terrible. That's a terrible term. I apologize for everyone.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Hard Question with me, Atta, the host of this program. Today is a special episode and we want to talk about the memo, the Memorandum of Understanding that was signed, remotely signed between Iran and the United States of America by Donald Trump in Versailles Palace in France and by Masoud Pezeshkian, the current president of Islamic Republic of Iran. For this purpose, I have Sayyid Samra Hakim. Assalamu alaikum, Sayyid. Welcome to the show.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.
So before getting to the main articles, it is articulated in 14 articles or paragraphs. This Memorandum of Understanding, which is also called as Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding between the United States of America and Islamic Republic of Iran. First, talk a little bit for us about the nature of the Memorandum of Understanding, because we have already signed an agreement or a deal called JCPOA. Now, what's the difference this time?
Well, there's a huge difference. Firstly, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you for having me on the program. Assalamu ala Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. We are in the month of Muharram. Now, the JCPOA was signed in 2015, and a few years later when Trump came in, he tore it apart. What happened there was a legally binding contract where the parties signed, the European countries and Americans signed this with the Iranians and said that if you do A, B, C, we will lift the sanctions against you. Of course, the Iranians were committed to it. They acted upon everything that they were obliged to do. They got rid of their power plants, the nuclear systems, they cemented them, they did all that. And the IAEA also, on a number of occasions, approved and said that Iran has been following what it has been required to do. On the other hand, the Europeans and the Americans did not. Mm-hmm. So the difference here with JCPOA and this Memorandum of Understanding is the Iranians actually paid and acted upon everything that it was required to do before they had to, respond in kind and do their part.
And it was endorsed by the Security Council, IAEA, United
everybody
Nations.
Endorsed it.
Everybody
yes.
endorsed
Everybody
it.
was in agreement that
and
the
all of a
Iranians
sudden Donald Trump comes,
and rips it apart.
And this is the same Donald Trump that is signing a Memorandum of Understanding with Islamic Republic of Iran.
What the same person, the same
team, the same counselors are over there. What's the difference now? I mean, what's the difference?
The difference here is that this time it's not like the JCPOA where the Iranians have to act to prove their trustworthiness. Okay. No. Here, the Iranians are demanding that the Americans act first.
All right.
That they're saying you have to do this for us to be able to even consider.
Okay, I know it. But
for example, condition 1, 4, 5, all of those have to be done before we even start talking about phase 2 of negotiations.
No, I mean, could it be that, for example, Donald Trump comes and signs such a memo with Islamic Republic of Iran because now this is because of the post-war influence of Iran in the region, and Iran is the new boss of the region. Because the Strait of Hormuz is over there in the hands of Islamic Republic of Iran, American bases were attacked. I mean, that was a defensive, of course, attack. And we know that during 2026 war, the March war, we have lost, February war, we have lost our leader, military commanders, civilians, schoolgirls and boys, okay?
Yes.
So now, do you think that this signing of Memorandum of Understanding from the side of America is because it feels weaker against Islamic Republic of Iran, and from the side of Iran because the articles show Iran as a stronger nation and stronger power in the world?
Well, I think there's unanimous agreement across the globe that the Americans have been humiliated here. They've lost significantly, and Iran has come up as a superpower.
Right.
That has been almost unanimously, for those who are looking at this objectively, including professors in universities, including politicians, including American analysts. They're saying that Trump has pulled them through the worst possible thing that he could do. It's worse than Vietnam. And they've been saying this before the Memorandum of Understanding was signed, let alone when the details of the memorandum was released. It shows how humiliating it was and what a significant loss it was for the Americans and how powerful the Iranians have become here. Trump is continuously threatening, even after the signing.
Yes.
He's threatening Iran with bombing, and which is, in contradiction to what is signed already. They're violating the terms. But the point is that the Americans have now had to admit and accept the strength of the Islamic Republic of Iran in the region.
So, Samir, if I agree, let's go article by article.
Let's do it.
This Islamabad, and then, let's be realistic a little bit and give analysis on each article part by part. Article number 1. So let me just read out the very text, the English translation, and then we get into more details. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran and their allies in the current war, by signing this MOU, we call it memo, okay?
Yep.
Just declare the immediate and permanent termination of military operations on all fronts, including in Lebanon, and undertake from now on not to initiate any war or any military operation against each other, and to refrain from the threat or use of force against each other, and ensuring the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Lebanon. The final deal will confirm the permanent termination of the war on all fronts, including in Lebanon, and other provisions of this paragraph. All right. So, this is the first time I see that a country ties its negotiations or memorandum of understanding with another country, Lebanon.
Yes.
I mean, this time again, and it seems that the current administration or officials in Lebanon welcomed it, but totally they are not agreeing of Iran putting, for example, or tying its negotiations with the Lebanon, because maybe they disagree, the Lebanese, the cabinet over there, with what the Islamic Republic of Iran
President Aoun isn't very fond of the Islamic Republic of Iran. He's more pro-American, more pro-Zionist. He's more or less a puppet of the Zionist entity. He wants to support that kind of ground, and he wants to take credit for any sort of ceasefire agreement with the Israelis. The Zionists aren't happy about this deal. They don't want to do it, but it does show an equation that is new, and it has been proven to be effective, that this deal isn't just between the Iranians and the Americans. This is a war termination agreement between Iran, Hezbollah, and all the fronts against the terrorist entities, the terrorism and the aggression of the Zionists and the Americans, backed by the Americans. And I just want to make sure that this is very clear. This is not paying allegiance or bay'ah or sulh with the enemy. As you mentioned before, these people have killed our commanders, they've killed our leaders, they've killed our children, they've killed our civilians. We're not being lovey-dovey with them. We're not friends here. We're not going to go and sleep in the same bed with Trump. God forbid. That's a bad thought to have. Ya Allah. But the point is this.
It has its own,
this is a I'm just thinking. The Epstein class, that's terrible. That's a terrible term. I apologize for everyone. The point is that this is a war termination agreement. We've put them in their place. We've said to them.
But already Israel has said that I do not abide by the first paragraph or article.
Well, that would be a violation of the agreement. Everything else doesn't matter.
Okay, so
and so this is not the post-war. We're still at war.
Yes, and when it was signed remotely, in Versailles Palace by Donald Trump with his rather strange, autograph, and Masoud Pezeshkian, Iran, they restart again their attacks against Avaya, Beirut, in Lebanon, and Netanyahu has said that we do not abide by the first article of this memorandum of understanding. When we say all fronts, it means Palestine and Lebanon and what else?
Yemen, Iraq.
Oh,
so this entire belt is the axis of resistance.
the notorious history of the West has shown that.
Now, they weren't
war,
explicitly mentioned.
Yes.
Lebanon is explicitly mentioned,
Yes.
so this is an interesting point. But that doesn't they do not explicitly exclude them. And we know who the Americans consider to be proxies of Iran, so they would be included in there as well.
That's it. Okay. So let's get to paragraph number 2 or article number 2. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran undertake to respect each other's sovereignty and territorial integrity and to refrain from interfering in each other's internal affairs. So, number 1, for 47 years, the United States of America has interfered in the internal affairs of Islamic Republic of Iran.
Even longer than that, 1953.
So many coups,
yes.
So many campaigns, so many we can say so-called freedom movements that were backed by the US and its allies inside Islamic Republic of Iran. The recent chaos last winter in Islamic Republic of Iran.
January 8th and 9th.
But from this side, I mean, interfering Iran in the affairs of United States of America, it seems a little bit strange for me.
Of course, that's a joke. Iran has never interfered in American politics. They may have
Israel can.
Israel has AIPAC, which
Yes,
funds a lot of and buys politicians out. But
Yes.
Iran doesn't do that and hasn't done that and would not see any benefit in doing that. Nor does it have the long hands to be able to do that anyway. In my opinion, that's not something that it's going to do. So it's there to be mutually respectful. Now, are they being mutually respectful?
Yes.
At the moment, is a good question to have because Trump is, like I said, he's continuously threatening Iran, bombing them and going back to bombing them, etc.
Okay.
So he has a lot of work to do on himself for him to be able to actually not violate that clause himself.
And when we talk about interfering, this interference is not only in the political sense. Socioculturally speaking, there could be lots of interference. For example, when you launch new satellite channels or Persian-speaking radio stations to endorse, for example, the enemies of Islamic Republic of Iran outside Iran, the so-called Pahlavi diaspora, or backing them, you are interfering in the affairs of Islamic Republic of Iran. I think that if this article includes all fronts, I mean political, religious, even religiously speaking, backing those people who are against the Shia culture or, for example, Husseini movement, Arba'in procession, all this and that. Okay, you could see all this propaganda every year taking. All of these are the internal affairs of Islamic Republic of Iran that are going to be, we can say, made into a chaos for the Western media and social media every year. So I don't think this article can include it in all aspects and dimensions.
Well, it probably doesn't. But it is generic in nature. So we could argue that's
right.
it doesn't mention military.
Yes.
It doesn't mention coups.
That's right.
And doesn't explicitly say that it has to be only political interference.
Yes.
It just says in each other's internal affairs.
Okay. Number 3, article number 3. The United States of America and Islamic Republic of Iran commit to negotiating and achieving the final deal in maximum of 60 days, extendable with mutual consent.
Yes.
So, 60 days? Is the World Cup done that time?
Yes, the World Cup will be done.
Okay. And we can say maybe...
who am I voting for?
Yeah, what's your favorite team?
Of course, Iran.
Islamic Republic of Iran, okay. I like it too. 60 days, just, okay.
It'll be after the World Cup.
Yes.
Before the November midterm elections.
All right.
But this is extendable, which means that if they extended another 60 days, it will go beyond the November midterm elections. Right? So it may be in Trump's benefits to extend it and to sort of drag his feet so that they do get forced to extend it, but it's by mutual agreement. Now, can you get to an agreement within 60 days? Probably not. I mean, this is a page and a half that took...
I mean, we call the final deal, okay? So, which is the bigger deal by Donald Trump. I mean, so...
But the only two things are involved in this this deal that
Yes.
we're expecting in 60 days or
Lift
maybe
of sanctions, you mean?
lifting of sanctions that are other than the oil,
Yes,
being able to
waivers.
sell
Yes.
oil, lifting of the entire sanctions, primary, secondary, UN, everything.
IAEA,
everything,
UN,
right?
Security Council, you name it.
So they have to
Okay.
actually lift all of, and agree to lifting all of those sanctions against
Okay.
Iran. Now, are they going to be able to do it in 60 days?
No, I'm pessimistic.
Very
about this.
pessimistic myself.
Okay.
In fact, I don't even know if we're going to be able to survive,
Yes.
you know, I don't know how many days without them violating
Yes.
very soon, because Israel has said that this has got nothing to do with me.
Yeah. And you know that in 2 rounds of negotiations, we were attacked. by
While
United States.
negotiating,
Yeah,
yes.
while negotiating. That's
So,
right.
so again, to clarify to the viewers,
Yes.
the trust level that the Iranians have when signing this of the Americans is sub-zero.
Sub-zero, that's right.
They do not trust them whatsoever,
No.
and they expect it to be violated.
Yes.
Right? What the Iranians...
This is the history.
This is the history. It's been
That's
proven
right.
historically.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
and Trump himself, like you said,
Yes.
ripped the JCPOA
Yes,
apart,
yes.
right? So why are they doing this?
When it ripped off, somebody, there's contrast. Why not his own?
Well,
I mean, the one that is not welcomed by him say, okay, I don't like it. I just rip it off because I want to change it.
and that is expected
Yes.
from Trump. He will violate. But the point is, the bigger picture here is that the trust level that the
Yes.
Americans have across the globe
Yes.
is now close to zero. This will dip it into below freezing point. Even NATO, that when they asked,
Yes.
the Americans asked NATO for help to open the Strait of Hormuz, they said no. The Europeans,
Yes.
all of those countries, they said Australians, New Zealanders, we're not going to get involved.
That's it. All right. Let me get to article number 4. Immediately upon the signing of this MOU, the United States of America will begin the removal of its naval blockade and any disturbances or impediments against the Islamic Republic of Iran, and will fully end the naval blockade within 30 days. During this period, the traffic of vessels will be in proportion to the numbers of pre-war traffic being restored by the Islamic Republic of Iran. The United States of America further undertakes to remove its forces from the proximity of the Islamic Republic of Iran within 30 days after the final deal. All right. To open a Strait of Hormuz, which was open already. I mean,
Before the
yeah,
Ramadan
before,
month,
and
yes.
it shows who is the boss of the region now. And
Yes.
I think this time again, they cannot test it twice. I mean, this is not a second experience with the United States of America and the Gulf regions to test Iran's resilience and strategic patience. I mean, because Strait of Hormuz is again in our hands, and if Iran wants to block it again, it's completely possible.
Well, there's a couple of things to mention here,
Okay.
first of all.
Very
I'll
good.
get to
Yes.
whether they will test it again or not.
Yes.
First of all, Trump already announced that he's ordered the lifting of the blockade, so it's not
Yes.
even 30 days, it's already done.
Yes.
And look,
Okay.
we'll give them credit for that. They've
Okay.
already done this part, okay? The second part is that Iran will have to restore back to normal, which is
Yes.
fine. I mean, it's in the benefit of the Iranians to do that anyway. And that the forces of the Americans... Now remember, Haj Qasem Soleimani on the 3rd of January 2020 when he
Yes,
was
yes.
assassinated.
Yes.
What was the revenge that the leader said at the time that had to be done?
Yes.
There
The
is-
American bases has to be evacuated. That's
Now
right.
we're getting to this. We're only just getting to the,
No, I mean,
revenge of this.
Sorry,
part.
let me disagree on this part. That when you say the forces from the proximity of Islamic Republic of Iran, it is naval forces, I think, but not the bases. Is it the bases?
It just
do you
says,
think? Do you
it
think
just
that,
says forces.
Do you think that America will evacuate bases in Qatar, UAE? I mean,
it
Saudi
says
Arabia,
it's
Bahrain.
forces. Now, forces include naval, military, air force.
I don't think so because lots of assets are over there, funded over there, the military bases. They attacked from the same bases Islamic Republic of Iran, but the blockade forces in, naval and the seas and the shores, I think that's it. I mean, from proximity
Okay,
of Iran.
that's one
Maybe-
way of reading it. But anyway,
Yes.
they will only start removing their
Yes.
forces,
Yes.
whichever they are, 30 days after the agreement. So at the soonest, it will be 90 days from now.
Yes.
Because we have to wait for 60 days for the
Okay.
final agreement, unless they signed it earlier.
Yes.
And then 30 days after that.
And how generous Islamic Republic of Iran was or has been during
For the
all
last
these 47 years,
yes.
and also the Sultanate of Oman, that for 47 years the transits were free to come and go without paying the tolls, no fee was done, everything, LNG
Yes.
Yes. Crude oil and all these transits were free to go, and without controlling it, without putting sanctions on them. How generous are we? Okay, and
back to the question
yes.
about whether
Yes.
you think they will not retest
Yes.
Iran's resilience and strategies and
Patience, that's
patience
right.
and all that. We're not talking about someone who is intelligently sane here. Okay. So I mean, if they were intelligent, True Promise 1 showed the abilities
Yes.
and the capabilities of the Iranian military back then,
Yes.
April 2024.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
They should have learned a lesson. An intelligent person would have said, I think these guys have the capability to respond. Let's back off there and just call it quits.
Okay.
Right? They didn't.
That's right.
They had to wait for True Promise 2, 3, 4, and even with the Operation Nasr
Yes.
to defend Lebanon, they're testing the
Yes.
waters. They continue to test the waters. Will they test them again?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Okay. And this is just on the surface of Strait of Hormuz and the waters undersea. We have so many shocking news for the Western world
Indeed.
too. Okay. we are not disclosing what is read between the lines. Say it over here. Let's get to article number 5. Upon the signing of this MOU, Islamic Republic of Iran will make arrangements using its best efforts for the safe passage of commercial vessels with no charge for 60 days only from the Persian Gulf to the Sea of Oman and vice versa. The traffic of commercial vessels will immediately start in considering the need for removing the technical and military obstacles, and demining by the Islamic Republic of Iran will be instated within 30 days. The Islamic Republic of Iran will conduct a dialogue with the Sultanate of Oman to define the future administration and maritime services in the Strait of Hormuz in discussion with other Persian Gulf littoral states in line with the applicable international law and the sovereign rights of the coastal states of the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, first of all, I've got a little bit problem with this part. That's it. Demining. I've got problem with this word. Okay, is it mine?
Is it mine? That's a good question. Is it?
I don't know.
The only claim that it has been mined has come from the western side.
Okay.
In the beginning of June,
Yes.
the Iranian military did say that we're going to set up physical blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. Now, I don't know whether they actually went ahead and did that or not, because everything happened very quickly.
All right.
After that, there was the next night,
Yes.
they attacked one night, and then the next night there was a threat of a heavier attack, which Trump immediately withdrew from,
Yes.
saying that we're about to reach a deal.
Yes.
So whether they actually had time to implement that or not, I don't know. As far as I know, I don't think it is mined.
That's it. And no charge for 60 days. So, I mean, we are not going to be paid again.
Well,
As 47 years we were not.
Let me just clarify something here. There is something that they call about a toll for passage.
Yes.
That is not legal according to the law of the sea, the UN law of
International
the
waters.
sea. International waters,
That's
there
right.
should be free
Okay.
passage, etc.
All right.
What is legal, though, is the fact that we can, or the Iranians and the Omanis can charge for environmental cleaning up and ensuring safe passage, and
Insurance, you mean?
ensuring safe passage
That's right.
and
Okay.
insurance and pilotage
All right.
to navigate the waters because they are shallow. So these are services they can charge for.
Okay.
Now, is this with no charge? Does that include those charges? Or does it include the tolls only, that everybody agrees that Iran is not going to charge a toll for simple passage through the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, look at maritime services. We have to take care about this time of the vessels coming and going, I think. Surveillance have to act better. Sayyed.
Indeed. It will be looked after.
Taking precise pictures of the Strait of Hormuz, where to attack, where to not. Okay, I mean, we have to take care a lot.
And by the way, this is also for just...
This is a treasure in our hands. We have to take care a lot. About.
Absolutely.
Right.
And this is for commercial vessels
Yes,
as well, not
commercial
military.
vessels,
So
that's
military is like a different class of its own.
Yes. Okay, that's it. So Article number 6 says, the United States of America undertakes with its regional partners to develop a definitive mutually agreed plan with at least, that's right, $300 billion for the reconstruction and economic development of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The mechanism for implementation of this plan will be finalized as part of the final deal within 60 days. All required licenses, waivers, and permissions needed for the relevant financial transactions will be graded by the United States of America in paragraph 6. What is shocking me is these 60 days. I mean, because they are postponing everything to the deal and the final deal in 60 days. So what's going to happen in 60 days?
Well, just remember that this is a war termination agreement.
Yes.
We're having a memorandum to stop,
stop the war.
At each other.
Okay. Yes.
At each other. Okay.
Okay.
So what they're saying now is, you've done the damage to us. You're gonna have to accept that you've done that damage,
Yes.
and you're gonna have to initiate investment in the region here. $300 billion worth of investment. Now, I think it was Vance or Rubio, one of those characters on American TV shows that were talking about, we don't mind the Gulf countries investing in, etc. Well, nobody asked you what you mind or don't mind, whether the Gulf countries want to invest in the area or not. It's you that did the damage. It's you that killed.
Donald Trump said that I will not invest 10 cents in Islamic Republic of Iran. So maybe this type of, I don't know, that's it, development or economic development reconstruction is through the mediators and not directly by the United States.
We don't want Trump to invest in
We
Iran.
don't want. We don't want any American administration to invest in Islamic Republic of Iran.
Yes, but what it's saying here, that the American administration will have to get all the paper and the running around, all the hard work, the permits and the waivers on the ground. Now, there is an argument here about whether this is for the best benefit of the Iranian nation or not. The point here is that it has to be mutually agreed.
Yes.
So Iran will have to agree to it, and it will have to want it to be beneficial, obviously, to its own people. Otherwise, it's not going to.
You know that when we are talking about reconstructions, we are talking about hospitals, schools, fire stations, universities, our scientific centers, so many institutes that were attacked, during Zio-American attacks against Islamic Republic of Iran. Residential areas, our, we can say, that's right, navals, our, we can
fleets,
say, flights, that's right, and all the military equipments that were attacked. So the missile underground, we can say,
I don't know if they're
facilities.
going to agree to rebuild the missile underground.
No, I mean these are the list.
What they damaged.
Yes, and that was a huge damage.
Yes, it was.
I mean, that was a huge. Alhamdulillah, Islamic Republic of Iran has shown great strength in rebuilding, all these damaged part. I could really remember one Iraqi reporter when got to Tehran after the attack, right after the attacks, the night after attack, said that I couldn't believe that this is a war-stricken city. You can now see the rubbles, you can now see the wreckage, everything is clean, and how good the mayor of Tehran especially.
Well, they rebuilt a bridge within 3 days.
The municipality of Tehran and the other cities in Iran acted really greatly.
Yes.
Yeah, what a zeal and what a great effort they showed. Okay. That's it. I hope that the reconstruction, money is paid by the United States of America.
Well,
I don't think so, but I hope.
Look, we were having a conversation before we started recording. I don't think they're going to actually abide.
But the mediators, yes, because they are frightened by now the power.
They are very frightened.
The power of the Islamic Republic of Iran. They have their own facilities and economic.
Under normal circumstances, Trump would not agree to anything like this. I mean, we saw what happened to Venezuela when they went to plugged the president, said, "You've taken your oil, and that's it. See you later." This is what they expected to do here, and now they're sitting down, talking about a memorandum of understanding to end the war.
Yes, that's it. Article number 7, the United States of America undertakes to terminate all types of sanctions against the Islamic Republic of Iran, including United Nations Security Council resolutions, IAEA Board of Governors resolutions, and all unilateral U.S. sanctions, primary and secondary, in an agreed upon schedule as a part of final deal. The Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States of America acknowledge the critical importance of the sanctions termination issue above mentioned, and expressed their intentions to immediately address these issues in the negotiations in order to achieve mutual agreement on them. This is the most important part, I think, Article number 7 of this Memorandum of Understanding. So, for 47 years, half a century, Iran has been under the harshest sanctions from the western side of the world, United States of America and its allies. Do you think that by the final deal and in 60 days, they can remove all these sanctions. I mean, and you know that Israel and Zionism has its own lobbies over there in the United States of America. For sure, they would not let America to do so, lift all the sanctions, because lifting the sanctions for them, meaning strengthening Islamic Republic of Iran.
Indeed, it does, and that's not something that they want to do. And a lot of things are not in the hands of Trump anyway.
Yes.
It has to go through Congress.
Okay.
Especially when they're talking about these.
Do you think the Congress will approve that?
No,
No. No.
I don't think so.
So no sanctions are going to be lifted?
Well, this is. I mean, if we go back to the first part, that the all ending of aggression on all fronts.
Yes.
Do we think that's going to happen?
No, I don't think so.
No,
it's not. It's not.
It's within their essence.
Yes.
Zionists cannot live without attacking, right? This is their essence. This is their life. It's like asking a human being not to breathe. So whether they're going to be able to hold this contract or not is the biggest test for them.
Iran under sanctions has shown such a great performance in the Ramadan war.
Yes.
Also 12-day war.
Yes.
Now, when all sanctions are lifted, you have to face a stronger Iran now. Can they bear it? I don't think so.
Well, they can. I mean, exactly. So they're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yes, yes.
Are they going to do something that it projects Iran as being stronger yet again, or by allowing this to go through, or are they going to say no, we're not going to allow the sanctions to be lifted? They're stuck either way, because either way is going to be to the benefit of the Iranians.
And do you believe that if the sanctions are lifted, for Islamic Republic of Iran, Iran can play the greater role in the world economy?
Oh yeah, it has the potential to do so for sure. It has a lot that
and
it
they
can
want
offer
it.
the world.
They want it, isn't it?
They want it, and they have the capabilities. They have the land. They have the people. They have the labor. They have the resources.
Yes.
They have everything that is required to be a significant global power, economically, politically.
Yes.
All of those things. It has the potential.
So it's time to take Iran serious again.
Absolutely.
More than before. All right. Article number 8. The Islamic. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say something. I just quote my Shahid Rahbar. It says that all these sanctions made Islamic Republic of Iran a stronger nation, because in that time you will have this self-reliance, self-trust, which will lead into a kind of self-sufficiency.
Yes.
I mean, so try to look at the sanctions as a way to success by depending on your own power, domestic power, especially. Our Shahid Rahbar very much emphasized on the power of the youth.
Yes.
They acknowledge, scientific part of the society, all these knowledgeable men, girls, and boys, university students, different institutes, domestically. And already we are wanted, okay? We could see that in so many fields of studies, we were developed and grown up a lot under all these sanctions.
I've always said that these sanctions are a blessing in disguise. It's good for the Iranian economy. Why? Because, like you said, the Rahbar's word is that they've become self-sufficient. The Iranians have been self-sufficient. And this is not something that they would want to lose just because they've, the sanctions have been lifted.
Okay. Paragraph number 8, the Islamic Republic of Iran reaffirms that it shall not procure or develop nuclear weapons. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran have agreed to resolve the disposition of stockpiled enriched materials pursuant to mechanism that will be mutually agreed upon in accordance with the schedule mentioned in the paragraph 7, with the minimum methodology to be downblending on site under the supervision of the IAEA. First of all, we have done all our nuclear researchers under IAEA, okay?
Yes.
This is for sure.
Under the supervision, and they agreed that there are no weapons. They've said that on our
And for the first time in the history of the United States of America, 18 different organizations proved that Iran had peaceful nuclear energy researchers, and it was not an imminent threat to the United States of America.
Proven beyond doubt.
Proven beyond that. By the way, we are member of NPT, and we do not have any nuclear warhead. Israel is not a member of NPT. It has more than 85 nuclear warhead. So who is the bigger threat? Who is the bigger threat?
Very clear.
Just ask yourself this question. Okay. Nuclear weapons. We have a fatwa by our Shahid Rahbar that we will not produce weapons of mass destruction and nuclear weapon. The only thing that we are after is peaceful nuclear, we can say, utility. And this is what our Shahid Rahbar very much on different occasions emphasized. And I could really remember Barack Obama in one of his campaigns quoted Shahid Rahbar. He used this word fatwa, okay? That leader of Iran, Ayatollah Sayyid al-Khamenei, has this and this fatwa, okay? This was the word exactly used by Barack Obama. So we already have done it. We are not after nuclear weapons, are we?
We're not. You mentioned the fatwa. This is one of the
Is it the fatwa or the new Rahbar too?
Well, we can't disclose that as yet.
All right. All right. But I think it is, Islamically speaking, it is, you know.
Yes, we can have a conversation about the background and the Islamic principles behind it. But the idea is that what Trump is doing when he's trying to find this off-ramp to sound victorious, and he's repeated it so many times, is that one of his goals, other than regime change and controlling the missile program and breaking down Iran and breaking the axis of resistance, one of them was the nuclear weapon issue.
Here and there he says that I don't want a nuclear Iran. I've stopped them, this and that.
He didn't want any nuclear.
Very much reminiscing and recalling of the same sentences George W. Bush and Tony Blair said when attacking Iraq.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, weapons of mass destruction over there.
So here is something that he's turning something that is already a reality into an argument to say that I've made this reality happen. It's already a reality. The Iranians have never said we wanted a nuclear weapon. Mm-hmm. They have a fatwa against the nuclear weapon. They've been very clear about this. But he keeps repeating it so that he can say to the world, I have stopped Iran from having a nuclear weapon.
And do the world believe him?
Well, unfortunately,
because this international IAEA, Grossi, Mr. Grossi, I'm talking to you, some part of the attacks were because of your miscalculations, man. As a head of the IAEA, he knew that.
He gave confidential information to Israel.
Yeah.
That has been shown as well. So
unfortunately, that's it. Okay. So we have already proven that we are not after nuclear weapons and only peaceful youth and utility.
Sorry, just one more point here.
Yes.
Initially, he said nothing nuclear is to remain. He didn't even want them to be able to buy any enriched uranium. He didn't want them to be able to import or anything like that.
Yes.
You see here what's happened is that we're talking about diluting the enriched uranium within Islamic
Iran.
Republic of Iran. See, look at a huge difference in the way that he's talking now, or at least what he's signed.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's on the ground. Go on, make it. Let's go. That's it. That's it. So it's continued, and shall I read the rest, or that's enough?
I think the nuclear issue is ultimately going to be left to the 60-day agreement.
Yeah, mutually agreed matters related to Islamic Republic of Iran. Yes. And Article number 9 says, that's right, pending the final deal, the United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran agree to maintain the status quo. The Islamic Republic of Iran will maintain the current status quo of its nuclear program, and the United States of America will not impose any new sanctions and will not deploy additional forces in the region.
Another very humiliating for the Americans.
Yes, another.
Huge humiliation for them. Huge. Some mission statements completely overturned.
Yes.
And this is why a lot of Americans are saying this, how embarrassing, this is a huge loss for us. He's dragging us through the worst and most humiliating times ever. Statements like this are being circulated on social media about what Trump is doing.
Mm-hmm. All right. So why nuclear energy and nuclear weapons in the hands of these countries is not a dangerous thing?
It is a dangerous thing.
No. I mean, why they picture it this way? Because they have this notorious history of using atomic bombs against, Japan
Nagasaki
and the other countries.
Hiroshima, yes.
So, and now they think that, for example, nuclear energy in the hands of Islamic Republic of Iran will look like a dangerous thing. Why?
It goes down to perception.
Okay.
They feel that it's a threat. It's obviously a miscalculation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't really answer the why. I mean, I'd have to think like the devil himself to be able to tell you why.
Right. That's it. Okay. Paragraph number 10 says United States of America undertakes that immediately upon the signing of this MOU and until the termination of sanctions, the U.S. Department of Treasury will issue waivers for the export of Iranian crude oil, petroleum products, and derivatives, and all associated services, including banking transactions, insurances, transportation, etc.
Yes.
So this is in contradiction, but what the Ministry of the Department of Treasury has said that we will spend the blocked money of Islamic Republic of Iran in America for reconstructing Arab countries that were attacked by Iran.
Yeah, that.
I mean, which one is true? This one or what did?
Well, we have to go with the memorandum of understanding, right?
Okay.
So that
Yes.
was hearsay of something that he was just thinking. This is clearly the immediate, not 30 days,
Yes,
not 60
yes,
days
yes.
of
The immediate
sanctions
one.
for
Yes.
oil to be sold by Iran and the lifting.
And they've
of
already,
all,
I think, some of the Iranian tankers and the ship transits
Yes.
have passed the Strait of
Last I
Hormuz.
saw 11 tankers
Yes,
left the
tankers.
strait and came in. So 3 came in. I
Okay.
think 9 or 8
Leaving, that's right.
leaving to sell. So they did that with ease without any problems.
That's it. Okay. Article number 11 or paragraph 11. The United States of America undertakes to make fully available for use the frozen or restricted funds of the Islamic Republic of Iran upon the implementation of this MOU. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran will mutually agree on the procedures related to the release of these funds during the negotiations. Such funds, whether retained in the original account or transferred, shall be made fully usable for payment to any ultimate beneficiary designed by the Central Bank of the Islamic Republic of Iran, known as بانک مرکزی جمهوری اسلامی ایران. The United States of America, undertakes to issue all necessary licenses and authorization accordingly.
Yes. Undertakes to make fully available could
Yes.
be seen as an argument against
Yes.
Iran here because this is just an undertaking,
Yes.
right? This is an attempt to but later on it's very clear where it says that it's fully usable for payment. They can use it in any way, shape, or form, even to improve their missile systems, to increase the range, to increase the numbers, to develop things that for example, the IRGC wants to develop, all things that perhaps the Americans would not like to see happen.
Well, what does the international law says here say it? Because the international funds and all these frozen, restricted money and funds, all across the world, is it possible to freeze, the accounts?
They are illegally frozen, right?
They are.
Yeah.
But for example, some part in Qatar or South Korea, okay?
Yes.
That they were blocked and restricted, frozen. We did not access them, and now all these assets are outside Islamic Republic of Iran, which belong to Islamic Republic of Iran. I mean,
Yes.
this is something belonging to Islamic Republic of Iran.
I saw a Wall Street Journal, if I can find it, released an image showing that
Yes.
in China there's 20 to 50 billion dollars worth of frozen assets that
Wow.
belong to Iran. Other countries, America, I think had only 2 billion. I can't find it just now, but China was the major one. There was another country that had 22,
Yes.
50 billion. Iraq had
Yes.
some, Qatar had some, all of those countries had.
Yes.
So huge numbers of money that were illegally frozen.
Right.
But it's very clear here and being pointed out that they want to be able to use it in any way, shape, or form they want. The Americans cannot control where that is
That's
being
right.
sent.
Okay, that's it. All right. So, paragraph number 12. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran agreed that an executive mechanism will be established to monitor the successful implementation of this MOU and future compliance of the final deal. So, from our side, I think it's okay, but from them, we don't trust them.
Don't.
Final, for example.
Yeah, there is absolutely nothing that
I
we
mean,
can trust them.
implementation of this MOU, okay?
Yeah.
That's it.
And I think the next one will be even
Yes.
more interesting.
More interesting, paragraph number 13. After signing this MOU and subject to the beginning of implementation of paragraphs number 1, 4, 5, and 10 and 11 of this MOU, and the continuing implementation of these measures, the United States of America and Republic of Iran, Islamic Republic of Iran, of course, will start negotiation regarding the final deal exclusively on the other paragraphs.
We'll start negotiating after
All these,
One,
number
four,
1,
What's
4,
one?
5. Yes.
stopping aggression against
Yes.
all of the What's 4? 4 is about the United States lifting the
yes, sanctions.
5 is passage of commercial ships.
Yes.
So 4 or 5,
yes.
we can say that
the 10 is the treasury waivers for the export of Iranian oil.
Okay. And 11 is regards to the frozen assets.
Yeah,
so all of these have to actually have
happened.
This is the difference. You asked about the difference with the JCPOA.
And if this happened, it would be
the beginning, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Here, we're saying these
yes.
1, 4, 5, 10, 11 have to
actually happen.
5 out of the 14 have to have happened before we even start talking about
such a great boost for economy of Islamic Republic of Iran if this takes place.
If it takes place, and even if it doesn't take place.
Okay.
This is rubbing the nose of the Americans.
Showing the world, exposing the true face of our enemies. That again, by this deal and through negotiations, we shown the world our, trustworthiness and we can say our sincerity to the world. But this time, enemy again, betrayed.
Especially when the Iranians have proven before that they oblige by the word that they sign.
Yes.
They stand by their own word. And yet now we're literally saying that we don't trust you. You're going to have to show us that you're going to oblige here.
Yes. And article number 14, which is the endorsement to all what was said above mentioned, the final deal will be endorsed by a binding UN Security Council resolution. JCPOA.
That's fair enough on both parties. Yeah.
All right. So do you think that such a memorandum of understanding was signed because Iran has shown a greater power in the war, isn't it? I mean, or a Strait of Hormuz, or what else?
At the end of the day, this is a victory for the Islamic Republic of Iran, no matter how you want to see it.
And no matter if it is changing to a deal or not. We have already won the game, won the war.
Exactly. And despite some of the shortfalls that some people will claim to say that there's a problem here and there, that's fine. I mean, we can analyze the contract and say that we can improve here and there. We could have done better here and we could have done better there. America could have done better here or there. Whatever the case is. This memorandum of understanding, as we said repeatedly, has shown the world where Iran stands, where America stands. None of the mission statements have been accomplished. It started from unconditional surrender, regime change in Iran, all of those things that he wanted to do in Iran.
From total surrender to their total surrender.
Well, they're begging literally.
Yes, begging literally. That's
let's make a deal. So it's a very good deal in my opinion.
Very much indebted to the blood of our martyr leader, our military commanders, and we should not forget the role of the people, the role of the nation of Iran for more than 100 nights, defending the honor of Islamic Republic of Iran, the flag, their new leader Ayatollah Sayyid Mujtaba Khamenei, united around his character, and just filling up this field of resistance for a powerful, all these team of negotiations and our team, officially speaking, I said that the people are the backbone of the negotiations. Without their presence, without their steadfastness, these negotiations couldn't go on well for the Islamic Republic of Iran. Indeed. And alhamdulillah, indeed went on.
Indeed. Right. And I just want to reiterate, this is not a peace deal with the enemy.
Yes, it is not a peace deal.
This is not revenge for the leaders' blood.
Not.
This is not revenge for the 168 children that were murdered in
the school of Minab, that's right.
Or the generals, or the 3,000 plus civilians in Iran, and the 1,000 plus in Lebanon.
And Iranians won't forget that.
We will not forget. No. Absolutely, we will not forget. This is not about revenge yet.
Yes.
Right? This is something that's better served cold.
Yes.
And
sometimes Iranians are really genius. Sometimes through war, sometimes through negotiations. Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah, indeed. They are really genius, powerful. Okay. And we will never lose, and as Shahid Rahbar has said, that never threaten an Iranian. Never threaten an Iranian. Thank you very much, Said Samer. Nice analysis on this recent memorandum of understanding between United States of America and Islamic Republic of Iran in 14 articles. Alhamdulillah, the people of Iran, this Islamic nation, are the main backbone. We have trust in our officials, and our new leader, Ayatollah Sayyid Mujtaba Khamenei. We are united around his character, around the flag of Islamic Republic of Iran. We will go on, inshallah, we are victorious in all the fronts. Sayyid Samra Hakim, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being with us on Hard Question with me, Atta, the host of this program. To another episode, another Hard Question. God bless you all. Fi aman Allah.